historic dismantling of North Korea's nuclear test site is expected to happen over the next couple of days. But momentum is now stalled by fresh diplomatic uncertainty, which is also leaving Donald Trump's much-anticipated summit with North Korea hanging in the balance. Our Asia correspondent Sasha Petrusik is in Seoul with us this morning. And there you see Sasha. I know reporters like you, Sasha, from all around the world are in that part of the world on the peninsula to witness the shutdown there, specifically in North Korea. But they're waiting? What's going on?
Well, Heather, what's happening is that this site itself is so remote. It is way in the northeast of the country, close to the Chinese border, but it is deliberately remote because North Korea has been trying to hide these nuclear weapons tests over the past number of years. There have been 6 major tests, many of them quite large. The last September, which set off an earthquake of 4.1, and it was felt throughout the region. So this is a major test site. It may not be the only one, we don't really know, but reporters are being carried by train, and then they have to go by bus, and then they will be hiking. It's going to take close to 20 hours from the nearest major city to reach this site where the North Korean government has a show to put on for them, which is to try to collapse the tunnels that lead into this, officially to close this site. Now, many experts are calling this a bit of a PR stunt, though, and a clever way to hide what's been going on inside, because what will happen is that once this is done, no one will be able to go in, the experts won't be able to go in and see exactly what North Korea has been working on, which of course will make it much harder to figure out whether they are in fact getting rid of their nuclear weapons, should there be an actual agreement between North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and U.S. President Donald Trump, if they actually meet. So a lot of ifs here and a long way to go to see this thing blow up.
Should there be and if, obviously the language chosen to reflect this uncertainty, and that was certainly added to yesterday with some of Donald Trump's comments. Sasha, what is the latest on whether this summit with Kim Jong-un is actually going to take place next month?
Well, it seems that Donald Trump may be the only one who knows the answer to that question. You know, yesterday he was obviously vacillating. He had a meeting with the South Korean president, Moon Jae-in, who was there to offer him advice, not only advice on what to say to Kim Jong-un, but as it turns out, advice on whether to say anything at all at this summit. The summit is still set for Singapore on June the 12th. That's in about 3 weeks. But it's not clear at all whether it's going to take place. Donald Trump hinted that it may have to be delayed, it may not happen at all. We'll see, basically. So that is up in the air. And what's underneath all of this, the problem for the Americans, is that they've been saying all along that the purpose of this meeting, this summit, is going to be to basically force the North Koreans to denuclearize, to give up their nuclear weapons, their whole nuclear program. Well, the Americans are learning that that is something that North Korea is not willing to do, and so they're trying to decide whether it's worth even having a meeting if North Korea is going to say no, or whether they just put one off and have the experts discuss things and perhaps lower level officials before they bring in Donald Trump to seal the deal.
Sasha, thank you very much. Much to watch for today. And Sasha, they're live to do that for us, our Asia correspondent.